Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be magma? Not unless you're on shrooms, right? Okay, let's reopen this like Ziploc bags. Have you ever wondered what Expedition Everest at Disney World would be like if you were on shrooms? What is with you and shrooms? What are you, a pizza? It's Mario! You ever wondered what writing the movie Volcano would be like? Well, yeah, I guess if you say that, then people would actually have to watch the movie. So that's kind of like a impossible question to answer. It's more of a philosophical question. You know what? You ever wonder how it would feel like to ride Volcano, the blast coaster at King's Dominion? Well, here it is. I'm so awkward. Well, so is this ride, so good for being on theme. In the late 70s, a mountain emerged in the middle of Doswell, Virginia. Virginia was like, how did you get here? Get your ass back with the rest of Appalachia. But it stood 170 feet tall. Inside the mountain, called the Lost World, were immersive ride experiences. There was a small Matterhorn ride called Mount Kilimanjaro right on the outside. Inside, one of the rides was the Time Shaft, which was a future-themed rotor ride. And when I say future, I mean it felt like you were fucking up some commas and taking Molly Percocets. It was one of those rotor rides that make you stick flat on the wall like when I'm sober at a party. They also play some tunes, including Phil Collins. I wanna know. Show me, I wanna know if there's strangers like me. It's like, this was 80s. This was before Disney's Renaissance Needs an Africa Story for Inclusion Tarzan soundtrack came out. But still, you'll be in my heart. Another was Journey to Atlantis, a boat dark ride. It was themed not to the underwater metropolis, but rather skeletons trapped in plastic bubbles from a shipwreck. Expected results, BioShock. Observed results, Donkey Kong Country 1, King K. Rool shipwreck. So after a year, they were like, yeah, no, what are we doing here? Like, if they knew I was the designer, I would let them throw a tomato at my face and let them tell me to catch up. It was rethemed to Haunted River, featuring such scenes as Piranha River, a haunted Egyptian scene, and a shipwreck. The last was Journey to the Land of Doos. Now I know what you're thinking. What the hell is a Doos? I don't know, no one does, but this ride was a mine train. The ride took you on a journey through an underground layer, passing underground dwellers and surrounding voices telling you it's a doozy day. Basically, it sounds like a mistake, but at least it went outside of the mountain, passing a waterfall. Yeah, this is a ride that aerodynamics pretended that they have nothing to do with, making them shout, hey, if you will just go down the road just a little to Busch Gardens, there's Loch Ness Monster. Interlocking loops can't be matched. And the trains were self-powered. It was just a nightmare. Welp, welcome to the land of doozies. They changed it to Smurf Mountain. We spent too much on this. Hopefully an IP will save us. Yeah, it held up for like a decade. Let's say that IP savior mentality stayed. In 1993, King's Dominion was bought by Paramount. Paramount looked at that mountain like, we love this mountain, but we hate what's in it. Finally, in 1997, they began construction. Why don't we just theme this after our classic and the 20th century revival blockbuster hit film Volcano? Well, just based off of the film Volcano. Arrow came in like, what do you guys need? King's Dominion looked at that excuse of a mine train and Anaconda like, yeah, our Anaconda don't. It just don't. Then they looked at their brand new Flight of Fear like, yeah, we decided to continue to look at other options. Poor Arrow. So Intamin came in with their launch credibility because King's Dominion was on their I want launch high. That didn't last for too long. Opening in 1998 and fully in 1999, this innovative inverted launch coaster featuring 4 inversions, including the world's highest at 155 feet, as it simulates a volcanic eruption, opened. Volcano, the blast coaster. So you pull up to King's Dominion, you can't see the park because the trees are so tall, they stupid high. That's them Pocahontas trees, them listen to your heart, you will understand. When you get to the parking lot, you see the big, bold Eiffel Tower. Then you see the expansive, loopy Dominator. And you see this freak of nature. Why is this mountain here? And then there's fire flares? Is that an active volcano? You, my friend, are lucky, because that fire is not there every day, my friend. What do you think this is, 2000? You enter this park and you go straight to Safari Village. You keep on walking, walk through Planet Snoopy, keep on walking. Damn, this park is long. You make it to the ride. Oh no, it's just a sign. Not actually at the entrance yet. Keep on walking. Oh, there's the crypt. You look at your groin like, no, I love you too much. Even though I barely use you, the sacrifice won't be made. You get in line and you see these remnants of bones and artifacts at the base of the volcano. I mean, you gotta look at something, because you will be waiting. It's inevitable. Even if there is no line, you'll be in line. You make it to the station, you see the train come back, looking like a fresh bottle of Sun-Kissed. You notice your feet will dangle freely, and you look at your shoes and you just retie them that super tight way that you used to do in first grade. You sit down, you pull down those shoulder restraints, and you're like, you're the reason I won't die today. You pull out of the station, you make this dramatic left turn. You look deep into the volcano, and you see a light at the end. This volcano is kind of hollow. What's going on here? Then you suddenly launch to 70 miles per hour. Ah! This launch is forceful as fuck. It catches you by surprise, like, thank you, surprise, for being there and not letting me fall. That is that trust. And if you're sitting in the back seat, the train didn't finish going over the curve yet, so the shoulder harness may bitch slap you. So just make sure your head's in a safe place. And as you're launching, they take your picture as your face flaps. Then there's this hard left turn. It's just getting your adrenaline pumping. You know something big's coming up. And then you launch again. Oh, okay now. We're already going fast enough. What are you trying to do to me? Then you go straight up and you exit the mountain upside down. Like, bruh, what? You exit this sidewinder on some there's no place like home shit. You take a left turn because this ride has something against right turns. Then you enter this heartline roll where you float out of your seat more than you do when you really know the answer to a question and the teacher's offering extra credit. Then there's another left turn where you enter another hardline roll which goes in the opposite direction and you just back spring off the mountain. Like, I know I got these H&M pants for cheap, but I'm praying God that these pockets hold up. You make your first right turn. I didn't know this ride could do that. You make one last hardline roll looking straight at Ronald McDonald the ride and the African diaspora. Just rotate in front of you. Finally, you make a right diving turn back into the mountain. And you just know this is part 2, about to do this crazy stuff inside this mountain. But nope, it's just breaks, you're done. For real, King's Dominion? This is what we're doing? Overall, this ride is amazing. Like, my pants are still moist. However, it was a quickie. Kind of wish it would hold on a little longer. It was kind of like a 1-minute man, but you know what? It was a 1-minute man who knew what he was doing. Pick me up, show me what you got, 'cause I don't want no 1-minute man. Woo. I don't know how to rate this. It's a more borderline than personality disorders. This ride is definitely an experience that you cannot get anywhere else, but it's But at the same time, it's short for no reason and the capacity is ass. Ugh, what do I do? I rate this ride a... life changer. Ride it if you get the chance. Like, there's nothing else like it. So thanks for watching. Make sure that notification bell is on. Hit that thumbs up. Comment below, how do you feel about Volcano? Please share this for anybody that is interested in riding Volcano, never rode it yet, or if they rode it all the time and they just love it. Just share it to everybody. I'm Rob from Rob's Rides, keeping it 100 with all things amusement. And if you thought I was the chain lift, hit subscribe and I'll come back with a new video. Hey Kiki, do you love me? Oh fuck no. Fuck Drake.